Hello, and welcome to episode 14. I usually try to keep these videos light and humorous, but the theme this time is anger, because there's some bad shit going down in the United States. Lawmakers in 6 states in the United States, namely Colorado, Florida, Oklahoma, Missouri, South Dakota, and South Carolina, are all considering bills to make it illegal to provide effective medical support for children with gender dysphoria. You heard that right. These politicians want to withhold effective and potentially life-saving treatment from transgender children. In South Dakota, the bill proposes to make it a felony for a doctor to provide surgical or hormonal intervention for children with gender dysphoria. In Missouri, doctors could lose their license for providing these services, and even more perniciously, parents who consent to these interventions for their children could be reported to child welfare authorities for abuse. No parent wants their kid to be transgender. No parent makes their kid transgender, but good parents support their kids. Missouri Senator Ed Emery wants to punish parents for supporting their kids, all in the name of family values. But really, do you think that all these right-wing haters, oh, and spoiler alert, all of the sponsors of these bills are Republican, do you think they all crawled out of the woodwork in 6 states in the United States at the same time? No. The real force behind these bills are unelected and unaccountable lobby organizations, one of which is known as the Alliance Defending Freedom. This right-wing lobby group refuses to refer to transgender people with our proper pronouns, so I'm going to return the favor and refer to it with what I think is its proper name, the Alliance Defending Fascism. The Alliance Defending Fascism is listed by the Southern Poverty Law Center as an anti-LGBT hate organization. And they don't even care about the US Constitution, which erects a wall between church and state. They actively try to promote religious views and enshrine them in law. And not just any religious views. They're trying to pass laws that enshrine specific hateful Christian religious views and impose them on everybody. What so-called freedoms do the Alliance Defending Fascism defend? Do they defend, for example, bodily autonomy? Certainly not. They're against a woman's right to choose. Do they support parental rights? Well, yes and no. They support the right of parents to prevent their children from learning about sex, or to prevent their children from learning that LGBT people even exist. But they certainly don't support the right of parents to provide compassionate medical care for transgender children. The Alliance Defending Fascism lost the fight against same-sex marriage in the United States in 2015, so they're moving on to more vulnerable targets. And they're picking targets that are particularly vulnerable and easy to cause outrage in the ignorant. And this is all done to raise money, because this is what it's all about ultimately, is money and power. Their website has a giant Donate Now button. And in 2015, the Alliance Defending Fascism pulled in $62 million in donations. That's not chump change. And they're not limiting their activity to the United States either. They've advised anti-LGBT hate groups in countries such as Russia, Jamaica, Belize, and Chile. So what can we do? Well, for one thing, we can call out the Alliance Defending Fascism for what it is, a hate group. We can publicize the fact that unelected, unaccountable lobby groups are drafting bills for these politicians to push through state houses and state senates, and that's just not right. We can also donate to organizations such as Lambda Legal or the Transgender Law Center, which fight for civil rights for LGBT people in the United States. Take a look at all of these people. These are some of the politicians who want to withhold life-saving medical treatment from children who happen to be transgender. Their photos should not be on the rosters of state houses or state senates. Their photos should be in post offices with a wanted sign underneath. Wanted for practicing medicine without a license.